I was stirring pasta sauce in our tiny apartment kitchen when my phone buzzed on the counter. It was a video call from Sarah's coworker, Mike, someone I'd met once at a company barbecue, the kind of guy who laughed too loud and slapped backs like he owned the room. I wiped my hands on a dish towel and answered, figuring it was a pocket dial. But there he was, flushed and grinning into the camera, the thump of bass music pulsing in the background. "Hey, Sarah, you left your phone in the booth. Wait, who the hell is this?" His eyes widened as the screen tilted, revealing a crowded bar behind him. And there, in the corner of the frame, was Sarah, my fiancée, laughing with her head thrown back, a man's arm draped casually over her shoulders. My stomach dropped like I'd been punched. "Mike, it's Alex, Sarah's fiancé." The words tasted bitter, even as I forced a smile. He stammered an apology, fumbling with the phone, but not before I caught another glimpse. Sarah turning toward the camera, her face paling as she realized what was happening. The call cut off abruptly. I stood there, sauce simmering forgotten on the stove, the room spinning. She'd texted me 2 hours ago. "Working late again, babe. Big project deadline. Don't wait up. Love you. Working late." At a bar? I paced the living room, heart hammering against my ribs. We'd been together 5 years, engaged for one. Sarah was the one who'd pulled me out of my rut after college, with her infectious energy and those late-night talks about our future, a house in the suburbs, kids someday. But lately, things fell off. She'd been distant, glued to her phone, coming home smelling like unfamiliar cologne she blamed on the office elevator. I chalked it up to stress from her marketing job, the long hours climbing the ladder. Denial is a warm blanket, isn't it? It wraps you up until the cold truth seeps in. I tried calling her. Straight to voicemail. Text bounced back, undelivered. Her phone must still be with Mike. Suspicion gnawed at me like a rat in the walls. I grabbed my keys and drove to her office building downtown, the city lights blurring through the windshield. The parking lot was half empty, no sign of her car. My mind raced. Maybe it was a team happy hour? But why lie? I sat there in the dark, engine idling, replaying the video call in my head. That arm around her, it wasn't possessive but familiar. Too familiar. Back home, I couldn't sit still. I poured a whiskey, neat, and stared at our engagement photo on the mantel. Us on a beach in Mexico, her in that sundress, me grinning like I'd won the lottery. The ring I'd saved 6 months for sparkled on her finger. How'd we gotten here? I remembered the first crack, last month, when she canceled our weekend getaway for emergency work. I'd surprised her with flowers at the office, only to find her desk empty. She said she'd been in a meeting across town. I believed her because I wanted to. The whiskey burned going down, fueling the anger bubbling up. I logged into our shared iCloud, something we'd set up for trip photos, not spying. Her location services were off. Convenient. But her photos synced automatically. I scrolled through recent ones, selfies at work, a group shot from a conference. Then, buried in the deleted folder, why hadn't she emptied it? A picture from 2 weeks ago. Sarah in a hotel lobby, smiling up at someone off camera. The timestamp, 10 p.m., when she'd told me she was at yoga. My hand shook as I dug deeper. Messages didn't sync, but emails did. I felt like a thief in my own life, but I opened her work inbox. Amid client threads, one from Brian Sales. "Last night was incredible. Can't wait for round 2. Dinner Thursday." Attached was a reservation confirmation for a steakhouse downtown. Thursday, that was tonight. The date matched. Denial cracked like ice underfoot. Brian. I'd heard the name. Her new team lead. The charming exec she'd gushed about during dinners. He's so driven, Alex. Pushes us all to be better. Pushes. The word twisted in my gut. I Googled him on her laptop, left unlocked on the coffee table. LinkedIn profile. Mid-30s, sharp suit, that polished smile. Married, 2 kids. Of course. The front door clicked open around midnight. Sarah slipped in, heels in hand, trying to be quiet. She froze when she saw me on the couch, whiskey glass empty. "Alex, you're up." The project wrapped early, so we grabbed drinks to celebrate. Her voice was too bright, too rehearsed. She set her bag down, avoiding my eyes. "Celebrate with Brian?" I said, my tone flat. She flinched, color draining from her face. What are you talking about? I held up her laptop, the email open. Mike called me by accident. From the bar. Nice touch, leaving your phone behind. She sank into the armchair, hands covering her face. Oh God, Alex, it's not. Not what? Not cheating? Not lying to my face every night. Anger surged, hot and unchecked. I stood, pacing again. How long, Sarah? Weeks? Months? Tears welled in her eyes. A couple months. It started innocently. Late nights at work, talking. He's going through a divorce, and I felt seen. You and we've been in a rut. You're always working on your novel, buried in your world. I missed the spark. Her words hit like shrapnel. A rut? I've been supportive, cooking dinners, planning our wedding. But deep down, I knew she'd pulled away first. The intimacy faded, conversations turned rote. Still, betrayal? So you fuck your boss because I'm chasing my dream? That's your excuse. She sobbed now, reaching for me. I love you, Alex. This was a mistake. I was going to end it. After round 2, I spat, quoting the email. She recoiled, no denial left. The room felt smaller, the air thick with shattered trust. Heartbreak clawed at my chest, not just the loss, but the fool I'd been, ignoring the signs. We talked, or argued, until dawn. She confessed the details, stolen lunches, hotel afternoons masked as client meetings. Brian made her feel alive, she said, but she wanted us, wanted to fix it. I listened, numbness settling in. Her motivations were painfully human. Loneliness in a committed life, the thrill of forbidden attention. But understanding didn't erase the knife in my back. By morning, I packed a bag. I can't do this, I said, voice breaking. Not anymore. She begged, clutching my arm, but I pulled away. Driving to my brother's place, the city awakening around me. I felt the collapse, trust in ruins, future erased. Yet amid the wreckage, a flicker of relief. Better now than after vows. Months later, I heard she quit her job, moved on. Me? I'm writing again, scars fueling the words. Betrayal teaches you to see the cracks, but also to rebuild. Love isn't blind, it's a choice. And sometimes, the hardest choice is walking away.